Hello and welcome back. My name is Guild Navigator. Sorry for cutting that episode off a little bit short. I ended up actually getting a call from the doctor. I just wanted to pick it up because I was like, oh, that could be important. It was nothing. They were just letting me know something that they could have sent in an email. Okay, you're ready to get married. Marry a noble. Perfect. I would really love some cannons because these sieges just take freaking forever without them. Getting a full stack of cannons is just incredible. Obviously got my armories online. My manpower is beginning to increase like much more precipitously. So I have 78 ships, which is above my my limit. Okay, cannon maker is done. Yep, just queuing up some cannons. I'm gonna need a lot of iron. That's one of the things that I have to imagine is gonna be pretty desperately needed in my market, because I don't really produce any. I have some iron right here. I can start building that out. But yeah, minus 36% war score from defender ticking. Which makes sense because I haven't captured the Badajoz province yet. So that's gonna go away. That's gonna be like a pretty significant inversal. Let's see if this 11,000 is able to beat this 1,000 again. This is what I mean. Like the AI is just not able to estimate that this 1,000 is actually like extremely strong. And it says that they're gonna win, but it's just a lie. Okay, I'm gonna bring this 200 up here. I mean, luckily the one thing that I'm not low on is money. And so I should, okay, I think I can take this. I'm gonna rebalance. Obviously their army has higher morale, they have a better commander. But yeah, okay, that was necessary to take out because that army was actually extremely strong. I mean, you saw that they just deleted my levy, my 11k stack levy. Okay, just gonna keep capturing. It's also gonna bring more slaves, which is a mixed bag. Like on one hand, they will obviously be pretty useful. On the other hand, I'm already dealing with a potential slave revolt on my hands. Okay, let's build this iron up to max. I'm gonna need this iron also. I actually have quite a few iron in here. That's kind of nice. I assumed that this was kind of an iron poor market. I have some silver now also, which I should be aware of. I have plenty of diplomats, so I'm gonna go back to improving relations with one of my vassals. Seems like a pretty good use for that diplomat. And then yeah, just keep capturing Spanish provinces. Obviously, I have enormous ticking war score against me because of all the battles that we've lost. It feels a little unfair to say that we lost them truly. So Valencia is at war with Aragon. Looks like Aragon's trying to get like a foothold on Iberia again. And that's fine. I don't mind. I can go to war. If anything, like I almost prefer Aragon to hold it because then I can use the religious CB war against them. Yeah, my plan is to fully siege. I want to siege every single province in Iberia. Because I would like to, in theory, I'd like to reduce Spain to basically the... Oh no, I want them to still team up with me. Okay, they're coming in to attack me. The terrain is to their benefit. I have no idea why else they would take this battle. Cool. I mean, like, that was great. You, that was a really good scenario for me. Just gonna keep sieging stuff down. When the priority really here is to build these cannon regulars. So I'm gonna save up my manpower for that. And I'm basically just gonna build up as many as I can possibly build. I'm tempted to start suppressing the Andalusi slave revolt, but I might wait a little bit for that. I still just have no idea how even like suppress armies works, because it seems to be totally useless. Obviously my 80 navy is large enough. I could probably split my navy up at this point into 2 stacks. And I'll have this one. Okay, we'll do this one first. This one will patrol seas here. Just basically for the whole Albalorn Sea. And then this one I'm going to go over here. I have an enormous amount of burger support, so pretty much any time that there's anything that says, like, do you want to sacrifice some burger support, I have no problem with that. And then obviously the Iberian West Coast, and then the North African West Coast also. Okay, cool. We can play that by ear. I want some more decentralization, so I'm going to do it outside of my capital. Expand gravel road networks. I could get a discount on that. I'll do expand mining operations. I don't want to contain meritocracy. I also don't want to give up research speed, so I might just end up eating the stability. Those contain institution ones are extremely costly, because if you look here, right, like meritocracy, I don't have very much. Like 70, and it only increases at 0.052% per month, and so 10% is a lot. A lot. I've got a good amount of diplomats, so I'll just start improving relations. Yep. Feel free to get married, of course, always. Just continuing the sieges. And my tech is... So this is going to cost 28, and I produce 1.8, so basically another 7-ish months left. This 11k stack I need to deal with at some point. I hope I'm not just accumulating huge numbers of slaves like in my capital again, like I was previously. Yeah, just losing support for what feels like no reason. Obviously, losing... I'm not sure if they're going to get the ticking war score back yet. Defender ticking for Badajoz is annoying. I mean, like, I wish I could just tell the AI, just like stay there. You don't need to follow me, but just do not lose the siege progress. Because that's the thing, I have 7 siege progress, so it's like it would just be an enormous waste to walk away. Bum 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 bum. I'm gonna be able to steal a map from the French soon, so I'll save the diplomats for that. I got 1 in 5 chance of taking the siege. Okay, cool. So I captured them, and then let's come down here. I don't know why you're building your RGOs in these provinces. They're about to be taken from you by me. I mean, I guess like in the defense of the AI, they are technically winning this war. Okay, that was another 1200 stack, which makes me think that it's actually like a very dangerous army of regulars. Okay, let's just keep besieging this stuff, and then I'll go on to the next fort. Obviously getting close to finishing it up. About 6 left. So 4 or 5 months. I'll just eat the burger, state satisfaction. Okay, let's go over here, because this is a place I can capture without having to really siege it down. I still just don't feel confident unleashing my my vassals on their own. I think they're going to do their own shit anyway, but I'm worried that this 7k stack of Castilians is strong enough. Okay, cool. So they're sieging down this fortress, which has both woods and a plateau, which means I'm going to get a pretty hefty terrain advantage. The AI is, of course, just charging straight in. And I crushed them. Okay, I'm going to tell them not to follow me around anymore then. And I'm going to start sieging down their fortresses. And I think at this point the AI can kind of just go siege their own stuff. 3 diplomats. That's a lot of diplomats. I can steal map from the French. I guess I'll just steal Karelia. I'm just stealing all this like random bullshit that they know. It's not particularly useful to me. But again, like it's the only way you can really get maps is either by stealing it or that's about it. Okay. Yeah, I just want to keep pushing. I want to see if I can push this this support down very, very, very low. Okay, I'm tempted to, and I'm going to. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I'm going to leave behind just that 700 stack, and then I'm going to go beat up the Spaniards again. Okay, cool. Before I do anything, impose. I like the traditional economy. Recruit regulars. And like I said, my plan is to just pour all of my manpower into artillery because it's just so good. I mean, artillery is good both as a unit. It gives you, I don't fully understand how it works, but the most important thing, honestly, to me is not even the way it functions as a unit. It's the fact that it's going to help me siege this stuff down. And then, of course, I have to build out like relevant armies. This age is almost done. And I have not done very much of the research in it, I feel like. I haven't even begun the Renaissance tree, and I still have an enormous amount left of this. So I'm 100% falling behind on research. Like, I have 15 years left in the age. Why am I falling behind? My jurisprudence gives me a tiny bit of an advantage. I don't know, man. I definitely feel like I'm behind on the tech curve. What is going on here? Why do you like crave to go on the boats? It's like they just crave to suffer attrition on the boats for what to me feels like no reason. Okay, there's some cannons. Let's go send them up to join. Oh, that's a Castilian army. I'll wait until they have more friends. So So I would say the cannon mills, are they making money? They are making money. Okay, you love to see it. And you're gonna go there and join up with him. Cool, the AI is gonna go kill that Spanish army. Like I said, my plan is to siege all of Spain. They've been such a huge pain in the ass to me. Go up here, go join the army in Salamanca. I may be doing overkill on the cannons, but it really is just like, it's so nice to be able to get the full bonus on the siege, because you can get up to 6, I believe, up to 5. What is it right now? It's 2 right now, so I want the full siege. The full siege perk. And once again, like, why do you crave to go on these boats? What do you get out of it? These people still aren't particularly happy with me. I mean, it's just the Castilian stuff, I think. Yeah, it's the culture problems. Okay, I should start cracking down on the Andalusian slave rebellion. And then you, who have made great progress at stomping that down, I'm gonna put you back on converting to Sunni Islam. And yeah, I don't know, that's fine. And then these 150 cannons, we'll go up here and join them. I actually don't know what this is based on, so it depends on the amount of regiments and their artillery barrage compared to the fort level. Okay, just go north. At this point, I'm fairly confident that I've basically beaten Spain, you could say. Okay, can I just get back the territory that I used to have? Let's start there, and then we can begin to have larger philosophical conversations about. Actually, I don't think I ever owned those. About concepts like justice and fairness and beauty. So, like, just this is 156, but I had never taken this before. Madrid seems important. So I think I can get basically back to my my borders before they like rat fucked me. But we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, we're gonna siege every single province down. I've got 2 units of artillery still under construction. My commanders are still going strong. Okay, and sieging Madrid. Obviously I have some construction going on, you know, as always, in my little capital region. Let's see, I almost have my entire artillery. I'm still sending 2 up. I hope I'm going to be able to get all the way up to the 5. The 5 artillery barrage. Because if you just think about how much of a difference that is. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're able to siege something down immediately. Let's see, is that the last? Yes, all 5. Okay, a +5 artillery siege bonus. Yeah, well, that just goes by so much faster. And if I look at the maritime presence, it's increasing. I've got increasingly pretty good maritime presence, along the coast, which is great. Yeah, you can see out along the Algerian coast that it's starting to spread. Okay, I want this person. Obviously, you have to patrol the sea. I want you to also do that one. Oh, okay. You actually do. You can go all the way out there. Why does that fleet not make any difference then? That whole area is the same, I guess, like sea zone or whatever. I don't know what you call it. Okay, sieging Madrid. You love to see it. Love to see it. I'm gonna wrap up this episode in just a second. In just a couple of minutes. I may actually just wait. I may push. The last one was shorter, so I may make this one a little bit longer. Yeah, I guess I want the jurisprudence, even if it means that some people migrate out. So still looking at the Andalusi slave revolt. There's everywhere. Totaling 11 people. Thank you. That'd be really annoying if they ended up taking that territory with them in a hypothetical revolt, even though there's only 11 people there who support them. Yep. Siege is complete. And then I'll siege the province down. So that says 95 war score. I think it's going to keep coming down as people die and as I siege stuff, because I really don't care about the people in there. I just want the territory. I want all of Iberia. Part of me is tempted to build to capture territory in kind of like a straight line to try to keep the French out, but I'm actually not sure why the French haven't declared war on me at all. I mean, I'm not complaining. Like, obviously. But if I look over here, oh, they're not even part of a coalition against me anymore. Or am I looking at myself? I was looking at myself. Okay, they still are. Yeah, and it contains Italians and stuff like that. I'm gonna generate obviously a good amount of war antagonism with this. One of the great things about the +5 is that you also get better of these kind of like events. Where do I see this? Right, so you want to get these higher level events because it causes more damage. The whole like garrison strength is kind of irrelevant. Like, it's either essentially no garrison, and so you can attack it or whatever, or plenty of garrison. And I embrace that. I want to see if it would increase my research speed appreciably. It did not. Finished annexing them, and I just realized I had 4 diplomats left over. So let's start the next annexation. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up that other one very quickly. So I'm just gonna start this one right then also, and then diplomats. I'm starting to really consolidate this territory. Only primary and accepted growth. I didn't know that. Interesting. So I am gonna slowly have my my pops grow. Huh. Interesting. Lots of stuff to look into. Like I said, my plan was to try to become Andalusi, but maybe I just have to accept the fact that I'm Moroccan. And there's just not really much that I can do about it. There's just not that many more Andalusi pops, like, left. Oh, I'm no longer even annexing Jena because they hate me. That seems like a reasonable reason to increase your opinion with them. Okay, death of a character. Peace eminent. Oh, because I've fully controlled the province. Is this a... We would just get our war goal automatically enforced, so that would just give us, like, Badajoz or whatever. Like, obviously I don't need that stuff in the north. This is better. Just expanding my empire a little bit like that. Okay, annexing Jena, and I got my dock. So let's build those docks everywhere. Cool. And they're queued up, and those should be pretty good, right? What do they do? They're obviously going to produce sailors, which is nice. Harbor capacity is good. But basically, and then does it increase maritime presence also? It doesn't. Huh. Okay, the siege of there is completed. Let's go to the next. Let's go kill the Spanish army before we do anything. And then I can just go siege this little fort over here. Thank you for continuing to tick away, AI. I really appreciate it. I wonder if I'm starting to have like a negative effect on the Spanish population. It is starting to slowly tick down. And of course the AI is just abandoning sieges that they would they had siege progress on for basically no reason. Still have like 700 days before we get the war goal automatically enforced, but I do need to be, I guess, like, prescient of that. Increasingly we have call for peace. Yeah, I don't know, fine. We have call for peace now, which is going to start pushing up my my monthly war exhaustion. Which is obviously bad, needless to say. Let's let these two little let's just let these current sieges go. And that should actually be enough to do some pretty serious damage to the Spanish. Obviously I have my rebels continuing to tick up, my omnipresent, annoying rebels. I lost a battle. Okay. I don't even know where. Against who? Okay, might as well just mass expand some RGOs. And I want to see how's the proximity to capital here. I should start building some roads in from the docks. Little teeny tiny Spanish army. I'll just go pop after. Call for peace. Monthly war exhaustion is starting to tick up. It's still not actually increasing yet. It still says 0, but that's going to change soon. That's funny that it also increases my diplomats. I mean, I guess it would make sense, right? Like if for some reason I couldn't offer a peace. But I also just like diplomats, so thank you. Okay, the siege is completed. We can go kill the Spanish army. Thank you for completing your sieges, AI. I really appreciate you giving up all of that siege progress. Yeah, you up in the north also, thank you. I actually think you succeeded. Just gonna, I mean, everything you siege is just stealing 10% of their pops from that location. Okay, yeah. I should occupy every province that I'm planning on demanding, because that should reduce its war score cost pretty significantly. And beginning to have war score tick up. Of course. And completing the siege here of Alumadar. I don't even know how to pronounce that. There's just there's no downside to capturing everything. I mean, other than a tiny bit of war exhaustion. But if we weren't exhausted from the war, did we even have fun? I feel like this has to beginning to yeah, this is beginning to dip their population down. That's good. And then these last little provinces here. 6 slaves, yeah, because there's just not that much. Okay, so that's 93. So I could, I guess, demand some money. Well, I'll definitely say that was a success. And then now I need to set up some more vassals. I'm just gonna. What is the what's the vassal fiefdom power situation? Okay, so fiefdoms are a little bit upset, and vassals aren't. This isn't great territory though, so I could probably just get away with. I'll do these up here in the north as vassals, and then I'll do everything else as fiefdoms. There. I don't want any unincorporated territory. Okay, just choose a random. Another random. Okay, and those are all set up. Let's see if the let's see what the integration situation is here. Okay, that's all integrated. Why is this not integrated? Oh no, it's not. That's fine. That is just saying I can't create a vassal out of it. I was like, wait a second. That's my capital. Seems like the obvious place that has to be integrated. And this seems like an awesome place to wrap it up. So I just beat the Spanish in a war. I'm beginning to like seriously make some money moves on annexing these vassals. Luckily, it's mostly converted, which is great. Obviously, you know, captured some slaves. Who are employed. That's great. Yeah, they look like they're mostly being put to good work. Obviously, there's some surplus there. Yeah. Well, awesome. I think, like I said, I think this is a great place to wrap up this episode. This was a little bit of a longer one, so it can make up for the shorter one previously. But I'll catch you guys in the next one.